where you can feel cozy, but not too cozy that you fall asleep. So allowing the body to rest down, maybe the ankles rolling out. I recommend having the palms facing up, fingers curling in. And I want you to imagine each word and the body part as we go through the body. So repeating those words in your mind's eye or just spelling them out so you can actually see the word in your mind. This just helps us concentrate on that body part a bit better. So we can bring more awareness to it and we can relax a lot easier. Just take a breath in and sigh out. First of all, starting with the thumb on the left hand. Left forefinger. Left middle finger. Left ring finger. Pinky finger. Palm. Left wrist. Left forearm. Elbow. Upper arm. Underarm. And shoulder. Imagining the whole of the left arm relaxing, releasing. Left side of the chest. Right side of the chest. Right shoulder. Upper arm. Underarm. Elbow. Forearm. Right wrist. Palm. Thumb. Forefinger. Middle finger. Ring finger. And pinky finger. The whole of the right arm. Right side of the chest. Left side of the chest. Sternum. Abdomen. Lower abdomen. Right hip bone. Front of the right thigh. Right knee. Shin. Ankle. Front of the right foot. Big toe. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. And pinky toe. Sole of the right foot. back of the ankle, calf, back of the knee, back of the thigh, right buttock, the whole of the right leg, left hip, thigh, kneecap, shin, ankle, front of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and pinky toe. Sole of the left foot, back of the left ankle, calf, back of the knee, thigh, left buttock, the whole of the left leg, both legs, and both arms. Bring your awareness to the lower back, mid-back, and upper back. Right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, crown of the head, scalp, forehead, temples, space between the eyebrows, right eyelid, left eyelid, right cheek, left cheek, jaw, tongue, chin, the whole of the head, the whole body. Picturing both arms, Awareness in both legs, torso, and the head. Whole body feeling heavy and relaxed. Take an inhale and a sigh out. And if you'd like to make an affirmation for today, something that resonates with you, usually starting with I am in the present tense, that you can bring throughout the rest of our practice. And maybe you can remind yourself throughout the rest of today or this week, repeating it in your mind's eye now. And then when you're ready, the eyes still closed, slowly rolling to one side. Take a breath on your side, inhaling through the nose, and again sighing out through the mouth. Slowly pressing yourself up to a seated position of your choice, again with the eyes still closed for a little bit longer if you can. And then once you're seated, rubbing the palms together, creating heat between the hands, cupping the hands over the eyes, spread the fingertips wide, and blink the eyelids open before removing the hands. And then bringing hands to prayer in the center of the chest, bowing to one another. And we're going to start our second part of our practice with the vision drills today. So we're going to start with circles instead. So again, you might place your left hand on your chin to keep your head still for now. Right arm reaches out, giving me a thumbs up. The head doesn't move. Eyes on the tip of the thumb as the thumb goes in a circle on the right side. So you're trying to get all the way on the right side, down and up. So just using the right side to begin with, head stays still in the middle. So as I always suggest, going slow at first. Yeah, that's really good, Rachel. Slow at first. And then maybe it gets faster, the thumb. Maybe it stays the same. We want to keep our threat levels down. So if you move too fast and your thumb is blurry, then you're just going a bit too much. Just tone it down a bit. Once you feel like you've got it, maybe you bring your thumb even further out to the side, testing your vision a tiny bit more. I want you to focus on the breath. Try to keep it slow, just as you just probably cultivated in that body scan. So your body stays feeling relaxed. And then switching directions. Again, you might have to start slower and work your way faster. And then shake the arm out. My arms always get so tired doing this. And then we're going to do the other side. So maybe right hand on the chin, left hand, definitely give me a thumbs up. And then we draw circles in one direction, head stays still, but we're moving on to the left side this time. So notice if one side might feel easier than the other. For example, my left side feels like I can see a lot further, the thumb can move a lot quicker and it stays in focus. That means next time, if you're doing a sun salutation or something like that, then why don't you bring your eyes more to the right side? Give it a go, work on that vision, looking towards the right. Or if you have your computer screen on your right side, maybe switch it to the left side. And then we're doing circles in the opposite direction now. Lovely. Doing 3 more circles if you can. That chin stays super still, no matter how tempting it is. And then we shake it out. Ooh. Okay, we're going to do a periphery vision drill. So basically, if you ever feel stressed, this one's a really good one to use. So we keep our eyes focused on a point in front of us, but we start wiggling our fingertips as if we're drawing a big circle around us. We're trying to bring our vision to our fingertips, noticing the wiggling in our peripheral vision. The eyes are going to stay forwards. So it might be quite a small circle to begin with, and then you begin to get it bigger and bigger. Do you still want to see the fingers just in the peripheral vision? We want to work on this getting bigger and bigger. Lovely. So notice how big it is now, because we'll do this again next week and see if we can improve the size. Because we want to be able to activate that parasympathetic nervous system where we can rest and restore. You can do 2 more circles. And then release the arms down. Take out the shoulders, so maybe the wrists and the arms. Okay, last bit of vision. Keep the head forwards. We're just going to look the eyes all the way to the left side of the room. Don't move the head. Keep that chin exactly in the middle. We're not even using our hands this time. Take a breath here. And then really fast, move the eyes all the way to the right. Perfect. Back to center. Eyes are going to move really fast. They're going to snap up towards the sky. Looking up. And then the same, we're going to look down. 3, 2, 1. Snap the eyes down. And then we're going to do upper left corner. When you're ready, snap them up. Don't move that head. And then to upper right corner. You might feel like your eyes are getting a little bit tired. We're looking to bottom right corner. Lovely. And bottom left corner. And then eyes back to the middle. Let's get some yoga movement in. So let's come to a tabletop position. Immediately starting with our cat and cow. So I bring my hands just either under the shoulders or slightly further forward, especially if you have any wrist pain. Index fingers are facing forwards. You've got knees just under the hip. Inhale, dropping chest, tucking toes, lifting up. Exhale, rounding. And we're really pushing into the hands, activating the arms and the wrists. You're following your breath as you round and arch the spine. Noticing if you're using the whole spine, maybe it's just the shoulders. Can you use the pelvis as well? When you push up, imagining that my hand is on your whole back and you're trying to push up against it. When you're down, you're really trying to get the pelvis down, chest down, but you're trying to pull the chest through a little bit. Going for another 5 rounds if you can, nice and slow. Knowing that our body loves a bit of cat and cow, especially if we're stuck behind a desk for most of the day, or we're just doing one type of movement all day. And once you've done your 5 rounds, there's no rush. But we're going to change this movement a little bit using our thoracic spine. So imagine the rib cage, the middle part of the spine. Instead of going up and down in this lateral movement, we're going to bring the rib cage left and right. Trying to keep the hips still, only the middle part of the spine moving, meaning it might be a micro movement, but we're just imagining the rib cage going left and right, shoulders and hips are going to stay still. This is really difficult for our brains if we're not used to moving this area. Left and right to begin with, Not doing a Shakira just yet. Focusing on that middle section. And then coming back to our cat and cow, but only moving the middle part of the spine, going up and down. So we're not moving the pelvis, we're not moving shoulders. Again, just a micro movement, you might not be able to see it. And you're working really hard to feel it, to imagine it moving. Getting that brain to body connection. And when you feel ready, we're going to move this into a diamond. So you go only using the middle part. That's why we go down to the side, up to the other side. Start in the beginning, switching directions immediately. So only using that middle part if you can. Definitely hard as we use the thoracic spine. A lot of us don't use it, including me. Trying to use it more often. The highly joint-rich areas, the part of your spine with the most joints, meaning if we want to build flexibility, go into back bends deeper, stuff like that, we should be mobilizing this area a lot more rather than dumping into the lower back. Okay, once you feel like, yeah, I've mastered this diamond shape, try to make yourself move as if you're in a barrel. So we're doing kind of more of a circular shape, but still in that middle spine area. So trying to make it a bit more fluid into a circle if we can. This is where it gets a bit tough. And then we're going to switch directions on that. And don't be too harsh on yourself, especially if this is a new movement. This is not a new movement for me, and I still find it difficult. So it's just working that new connection. And it might be quite rigid to begin with until we begin to move it up. Lovely. And then coming back to the middle, I'm going to step left foot in between the hands, coming into a low lunge, bring the arms up. Remember that tailbone faces down, as the back knee presses down, you can always bring a cushion underneath. Inhale, reach up, ribs are facing down. Exhale, cactus the arms. We're going to twist towards the left side of the room, and eyes are now going to snap towards the left side. And maybe we can get a little bit further in the twist. One more breath. And back to center. Interlace the fingers, place the hands behind the head. Open the elbows out wide. Again, ribcage is going to face down. Press the back of the head into the hands. Getting those deep neck flexors working a little bit more. Chin is slightly tucked. Looking towards the top of the mat. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Right hand comes down to the ground next to left foot. Left hand reaches up to the sky for a twist. Look up towards the left fingertip, and then use the eyes to look all the way around to the left side. Maybe you can twist a tiny bit more. For 3, 2, and 1. Left hand comes to left hip. Walk left foot forward, half split. Keep right hand down. We're trying to straighten left leg. My hamstrings are saying no. So currently, that left leg is slightly bent. You can always come up onto right fingertips or place hand on the block. Left toes are pulling back towards us. This is like half splits, but I feel like it's a bit more on crack because it's way more intense. Keep the left side of the chest twisting towards the room, the side of the room. Maybe lifting left hand up to the sky for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand comes down, bend back into that front knee. Shift the hips forwards into that low lunge. So we're just leaning forwards into the hip. And then step left knee back next to right. And let's do that on the other side. So stepping left foot forwards, low lunge. Maybe bring the hands on the hips to begin with to find that stability. Hips, rib cage. Feeling all nice and stable before reaching the arms up to the sky. Take an inhale, look up. Exhale, catches the arms. Elbows at shoulder height. 1 breath here. Again, making sure ribs have not flared open. And then we're going to twist towards the right side. Keeping elbows in line with shoulders. Eyes now going to snap to the right side. So we're twisting to the right as much as we can. Twist, twist, twist. Maybe twist a tiny bit more. Bring right hip back a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Torso faces back to center. Interlace the fingers, other pinky finger on top. Palms behind the head. Elbows reaching back. Torso feeling strong. And then the back of the head presses into the hands. And we're trying to get left knee and right heel to draw towards each other, like this energetic pull. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. This time, left hand comes down, right hand up to the sky for our twist. Look up towards right fingertips, perfect. Take an inhale. Exhale, eyes look all the way towards the right. So even if the neck isn't moving, our eyes are doing so much work to help us with twists. Maybe we can open our chest a little bit more. Left hand still presses into the ground, so we're not collapsing into left shoulder. And then the hard bit, we're straightening that front leg, maybe coming up onto fingertips. Bring your hand onto the hip to begin with right hand, so you feel steady and stable. Right hip is coming back, flex as much as you can into right toes. Looking over right shoulder, maybe up to the sky. And then maybe reaching right hand all the way up to the ceiling. Perfect. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Right hand, right hip. Bend into the front knee. Both hands down on the ground, shifting the hips forwards for a little hip stretch. Perfect. Come up to kneeling, bringing both knees side by side. Hands on the shoulders. Draw big elbow circles. So if you've got chalk on the end of your elbows in front of the biggest circles ever, and then switch direction. Lovely. Bring hands to prayer, the center of the chest. So take one final breath together. Take an inhale through the nose and a sigh out through the mouth. Thank you everyone so much for joining me.